Hi, I'm Aaron McKenzie. Welcome to an Origin of Energy speed and power session. So today we're doing 3 movements. Just going to be doing a hang power snatch, kipping pull up, and a cyclone ball floor chop. So the first one, the hang power snatch. If you wanted to start out just using a dowel rod or a PVC pipe just to get the feel of the movement and also to work on shoulder flexibility, it's a good idea. So first thing to do would be to warm up your shoulders, shrug right up, stretch through, find a width that you can get through without compensating, so you don't have to twist or bend your elbows or do anything funky. So coming right up. So normally in the classes that we do overhead barbell work, we'll normally have this in the warm-up. But from here, if you're getting that position there, that's nice, and then you should be around a width where if you bend forward it sits in the hip crease. So what I teach people to do is to imagine you're jumping when you're doing either the clean or the snatch, but the balls of the feet are stuck to the ground. So basically if I'm in the snatch grip position here and I jump, I leave the ground like that, but if I'm stuck, that'll happen. So I'm thinking of doing that, then pull the bar nice and high and bring those elbows high on the outside up to here, and then the next step is just to dip under it and lock the arms out and externally rotate. So just dipping under and then standing up. So for the hang power snatch, not going past the knees, so it's just a short, sharp movement. So today's workout's 20 seconds on, 40 seconds rest before the next movement. So just getting out as many reps as you can in that 20 seconds and then go to the next one. So if you're using the barbell, obviously it's a bit heavier. If you didn't have a barbell, one piece of equipment I do recommend having is an adjustable kettlebell if you're going to go for minimal equipment. And using the kettlebell, you don't really jump under the weight so much if you're doing a double arm one. So from here, just pop it up, and you can even pull it down so you can get that faster action going. So if you've got an adjustable kettlebell at home, you can get to that. Barbells are a decent investment, kind of step up from that, because you can do quite a lot with them. So from here, you can either use it, I tend to just hold the hook grip and use it in a power workout and not let it go, just keep holding onto it, but it is pretty hard on the thumbs, so you can just take a normal grip where you're gripping over the top. And from here, just with the barbell, pumping them out nice and fast, using the hips, dip under, stand up, 20 seconds worth. Pretty cool. Then I have 40-second rest and go to the kipping pull-up. So for the kipping pull-up, when you're starting out, you want to get a good warm-up, just like with the snatch, the power snatch, and just shrug those shoulders, get holds, so the front hold and then the back hold like that, and then go into some kips. Okay, with the strict pull-up compared to the kipping pull-up, obviously they're 2 different workouts in the sense that when you're doing a strict pull-up, it's obviously a lot more isolation in the upper body. The kipping pull-up, you get a lot more reps out, and it's more of an athletic movement. So we use it in the speed and power sessions and the endurance style sessions. So what I'm looking for is a nice high swing. When I get to that point where I'm kind of floating, that's when I'm going to pull myself into the bar for the pull-up. So if you watch here, once you've got a nice high kip, you just pull yourself in and come right up. So I tend to not count pull-ups unless my chest touches, and I use that as a reference. But obviously other people chin over the bar. If you're struggling with that, you can work with the band. These ones are just from Iron Edge, but there's lots of different people that supply them. And these just help with the movement to get a little bit more height, make it a bit easier to work on that technique. But it's really a horizontal pull when you're doing a kipping pull-up. So if you use the band, just make sure you don't get stuck in it when you're stepping out of it. Always keep one hand on the bar when you step in. From here, nice swing, come up, pull that chest in, and get that push back off the bar to set up the next swing. And you'll find it's a little bit harder to kip because you've got that resistance with the band. So you really got to pull your legs behind to get that back arch in that position. The other style is just like the butterfly that I use, but it's a bit more efficient. But you kind of got to get that circular action with the pull-up for it to work. So here, I just flick my hips, up, drop, like that. So it makes it a bit more interesting. Next one, I've got the floor chop. So these are a pretty cool tool, a bit more expensive. So if you just got a medicine ball at home, it's a pretty useful tool all around. And if you haven't forked out the extra money to get one of these, you can just use a medicine ball and just do a chop like that, quite fast. Just want to make sure you maintain that nice lumbar curvature. Lean back from the hip, stay nice and tall when you're doing this. Don't hunch over. So if you get power snatches plus a rounder back with a twist rotation, it's pretty hard on the lower back. So you want to keep good technique there. With this one though, when you're chopping down, that's the focus, is the pull down, not so much chopping across. Because the chop down will set up the next hit. So you want to throw it up first, join the hands together, start with a shorter rope, then you can work to a longer one, and pull down, and then speed it up for the workout. So 20 on, 40 off, 20 on, 40 off, 20 on, 40 off, 8 rounds, 24 minutes, good fun. For core, afterwards, just got 6 minutes just doing the rocks, and this will help with the kipping pull-up. If you're not up for that though, you can go just to do a lower ab, and that'll give you good lower ab work and good anterior trunk work. Next one from there, grab behind the knees, keep that nice dish shape. You're just going to rock forward and back. From there, let go, make it a bit harder. Arms across the chest, arms above the head. Nice long dish. 1 minute of those, pretty tough. So what I tend to do if I'm working in a class, I'll get people to go from an easier to a harder version so they can get through that full minute and maintain a rock. As you get stronger, you work up to maintaining the harder version the whole way through. Here, easy version is just the cobra coming up, legs up, upper body up, and then you can go into keeping that dish and assisting with the arms, taking the hands off, and then gradually taking it up overhead. That makes it quite hard. So 3 sets of those, 6 minutes, full 30-minute workout. Good fun. See you next time. Ciao.